Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Learning Pharmacy with Dr. Radhika Bhaskar. Please do subscribe my channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Today's topic for discussion is formulation of different types of tablets. Now we'll start our discussion with the types and classes of tablets. The first major class is oral compressed tablets. The subclasses in this categories are compressed tablets or standard compressed tablets, multiple compressed tablets, repeat action tablets, delayed action and enteric coated tablets, sugar and chocolate coated tablets, film coated tablet and chewable tablets. Second class is tablets used in the oral cavities, which includes buccal tablets, sublingual tablets, troches and lozenges, and dental cone. Third major class is tablets administered by other routes, which includes implantation tablets and vaginal tablets. And the fourth last major class is tablets used to prepare solutions. The subclasses are effervescent tablets, dispensing tablets, hypodermic tablets, and tablet triturates. Now, being such a lengthy classification, I have divided my presentation in two different parts. In the first part of this topic, I will cover the first major class, that is oral compressed tablet. The rest three classes I will be covering in the part 2 video of this topic. The first subclass of oral compressed tablet is compressed tablets or standard compressed tablets. Standard uncoated tablets made by compression using any of the three basic methods of manufacturing, that is wet granulation, dry compaction or direct compression. This category of tablets show its effect by disintegration followed by deaggregation and then dissolution. Let's understand this point with the help of a diagram. The tablet first disintegrate into granules or aggregates. These granules or aggregate further break down into the particles, which are much smaller in size, by the process of deaggregation, and then these particles goes to the solution form following the dissolution process. Tablets that provide local effect in GI tract are examples like antacids and adsorbent are of this type. Drugs which provide systemic effect are also covered in this category. These drugs have some aqueous solubility, dissolve from the tablet, and disintegrated tablet fragments in GI are then absorbed and distributed in the body. So, by this method we can prepare both the type of tablets, tablets for local effect also and tablets for systemic effect also. These tablets are intended to provide rapid disintegration within 30 minutes and drug release within 45 minutes. The next subclass is multiple compressed tablets. It is of two types. First one is the layered tablet, another one is the compression coated tablet. Both the types may be either 2-component or 3-component system, that is 2 or 3 layer tablet, tablet within a tablet, or a tablet within a tablet within a tablet. See, this is a diagram for the layer tablet. First one is the 2-layer or the bi-layer tablet. Second one is the 3-layer or the tri-layer tablet. And this is a diagram for the tablet in tablet. The advantages of this process is to separate physically or chemically incompatible ingredients or to produce repeat action और prolong action products. अब जहाँ हम बात करते हैं हमारे incompatible ingredients की, उस केस में we go for tri-layer tablet. ट्राई-लेयर टैबलेट्स की हेल्प से हम अपने इनकम्पैटिबल इंग्रेडिएंट्स को सेपरेट कर सकते हैं by keeping one substance in the top layer whereas the second one in the bottom layer and separating these two components with the middle layer. अब middle layer में हम क्या यूज करेंगे? The inert substance. ये inert substance इन दोनों incompatible ingredients को separated रखेगा, आपस में कुछ भी रिएक्शन नहीं होने देगा. वही हम बात करते हैं हमारी रिपीट एक्शन और प्रोलॉन्ग एक्शन प्रोडक्ट्स की, तो इन दैट केस वी गो फॉर द बाइलेयर टैबलेट और टैबलेट इन टैबलेट. In multiple compressed tablet with repeat action, outer layer of the compression coated tablet provide the initial layer, whereas the rapidly disintegrating in stomach, while the inner layer tablet is formulated with components that are insoluble in gastric media but are released in the intestinal environment. अब मल्टीपल कंप्रेस टैबलेट से हम रिपीट एक्शन टैबलेट कैसे बना सकते हैं? By keeping the outer tablet जो आपकी आउटर टैबलेट है जैसे ही आपके स्टमक एरिया में जाएगी, इट स्टार्ट्स डिसइंटीग्रेटिंग एंड विल प्रोवाइड यू द इनिशियल डोज ऑफ द ड्रग। पर आपके स्टमक एरिया में आपकी कोर टैबलेट का कुछ भी रिलीज या कुछ भी डिसइंटीग्रेशन नहीं होगा, बिकॉज इट इज फॉर्मुलेटेड विद द कंपोनेंट्स जो आपके गैस्ट्रिक मीडिया में इनसॉल्युबल फॉर्म में रहेंगे। पर जैसे ही आपकी कोर टैबलेट आपकी इंटेस्टाइनल एरिया में पहुंचेगी, इट स्टार्ट्स डिसइंटीग्रेटिंग एंड विल शो इट्स रिलीज। बाय दिस इट शोज इट्स रिपीट एक्शन, फर्स्ट वन इन द स्टमक एंड अनदर वन इन द इंटेस्टाइनल एनवायरमेंट। Next subclass is repeat action tablets. They are one type of extended release dosage form. They usually contain two single doses of medication, one of immediate release and one for the delayed release. Typically, the immediate release drug comes from the exterior portion of the tablet, with the delayed release coming from the interior portion. Essentially, there is a tablet within a tablet, interior tablet having coating that delay the release of its content for a predetermined time. The core tablet is usually coated with shellac or enteric polymers to prevent the release of the drug in stomach. The initial dose of the drug is added either in sugar coating solution or the drug layering solution with binder such as HPMC, or as a part of the dusting powder added for rapid coat buildup. The next subclass for oral compressed tablet is the delayed action and enteric coated tablets. These tablets are intended to release a drug after some time delay or after the tablet has passed through one part of GI tract into the another, for example enteric coated tablets. All enteric coated tablets are delayed release tablets, but all delayed release tablets are not enteric coated or are intended to produce enteric effect. The compendial specification for enteric coated tablets are that all 6 tablets placed in separate tubes of USB disintegration apparatus remain intact after 1 hour of exposure in simulated gastric fluid and then disintegrate within the time specified for that product's monograph plus 30 minutes. If 1 or 2 tablets fail to disintegrate completely in intestinal fluid, the test is repeated on 12 additional tablets. Not less than 16 out of 18 tablets must disintegrate completely. अब हमारा USB disintegration test for enteric coated क्या कहता है? First we have to take 6 tablets. उनको हम प्लेस करेंगे हमारे simulated gastric fluid में at the temperature of 37 ± 2 degrees for 1 hour. इस 1 hour में हमारी टैबलेट्स बिल्कुल भी डिसइंटीग्रेट नहीं होनी चाहिए. आफ्टर 1 hour we replace this simulated gastric fluid with the simulated intestinal fluid. जैसे ही हमारी टैबलेट्स को हम intestinal fluid में डालेंगे, the disintegration of the tablet should start. अभी आपका डिसइंटीग्रेशन टाइम जो है वो आपका प्रोडक्ट का मोनोग्राफ डिसाइड करता है. दैट कुड बी एनीथिंग फ्रॉम 5 मिनट्स टू 2 hours. अगर आपकी 6 टैबलेट्स में से 1 या 2 टैबलेट्स कंप्लीटली डिसइंटीग्रेट नहीं होती हैं इन द इंटेस्टाइनल फ्लूइड, तो हम इस टेस्ट को रिपीट करेंगे विद द 12 एडिशनल टैबलेट्स. टोटल हमारी कितनी हो गई अब 18 टैबलेट्स. आउट ऑफ दीज 18 टैबलेट्स एटलीस्ट 16 हमारी इंटेस्टाइनल फ्लूइड में कंप्लीटली डिसइंटीग्रेट होनी चाहिए. देन ओनली वी कैन से दैट आवर टैबलेट्स पासेस द डिसइंटीग्रेशन टेस्ट फॉर द एंटेरिक कोटेड टैबलेट. इसी रीजन से हम लोग कहते हैं कि वी शुड टेक आवर एंटेरिक कोटेड टैबलेट इन द अर्ली मॉर्निंग एम्प्टी स्टमक, क्योंकि जब हम एम्प्टी स्टमक लेते हैं तो उस समय हमारा स्टमक का पीएच बहुत कम होता है, जिसकी वजह से हमारी टैबलेट्स के वहां पे डिसइंटीग्रेशन होने के चांसेस नहीं रहते हैं. वेरएज जब हम फूड लेते हैं तो हमारे स्टमक का पीएच बढ़ने लगता है, जिसकी वजह से शायद हमारी टैबलेट्स वहां पे रिलीज शो करें. एंटेरिक कोटेड टैबलेट्स के एग्जाम्पल क्या है आपके? लेबिप्राजोल, पेंटाजोल और मिप्राजोल. The coatings that are used to produce enteric effect are mixed acid functionality and acid ester functionality synthetic or modified natural polymers. For example, cellulose acetate phthalate, polyvinyl acetate phthalate, hydroxyl methyl cellulose phthalate. These polymers, being acid esters having pH up to 4, are insoluble in gastric media. When entered to duodenum, where the pH is 4 to 6, they start hydrating and begin to dissolve. and move further to small intestine where the pH is 2 to 8, where the polymer loses its film integrity and releases the drug. Some drugs that irritates the gastric mucosa such as aspirin and ammonium chloride must be enteric coated to avoid such problems. The next subclass in continuation is sugar and chocolate coated tablets. Chocolate coated tablets are nearly a thing of past. They were too easily mistaken for candy. They permit separation of incompatible ingredients between coating and core, such as multivitamins and multivitamin mineral combination. For this purpose, water-soluble polymers were used in sugar solution, automated spray coating equipments along with the high drying efficiency side-vented coating pans were used. Next is the film-coated tablets. They were developed as an alternative procedure to the preparation of coated tablets in which drug was not required in the coating. This is when we are comparing film coating with the sugar coating process. Now, the film coating is of two types. First is the functional film coating and second one is the non-functional film coating. In case of non-functional film coating, it is applied for enhancing the elegance of a tablet. It consists of one or more polymer such as HPC, HPMC, a plasticizer and a surfactant, all applied in a tablet to a solution form in an aqueous hydroalcoholic or organic solvent. When discussing about functional film coating, it is applied either to modify the drug release or to protect the tablet from atmosphere. The 30% colloidal dispersion of ethyl cellulose in water make a slow or controlled release film coating without any organic solvent. It is marketed by the name of AquaCoat and various other brand names. When we compare film coating with sugar coating process, there is a little increase in tablet weight in case of film coating. It helps in retaining debossing marks. But we cannot match the elegance of sugar coating process. The last subclass of oral compressed tablets is chewable tablets. The most common example is Digene. They are intended to be chewed in mouth before swallowing and are not intended to be swallowed intact. The purpose of this is to provide a medication which can be easily given to children or to elderly having difficulty swallowing a tablet intact. Due to their bitter or foul taste, they cannot be given as chewable tablets. Many antacids are of chewable form because the dose of antacids is large so that the typical antacid tablet would be too large to swallow. The activity of antacid is related to its particle size. If the tablet is chewed before swallowing, the better acid neutralization may be possible from the given antacid dose. With this, we are end with our topic of discussion. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel and do share the videos. Thank you.